Welcome to Walking the Earth. Today we are in Lumbini, Nepal, in the Terai, at the Korean Mahayana Temple and Monastic Complex. And directly behind me we have a massive, beautiful banyan tree with its aerial roots going down from the limbs down into the earth. And it's moving toward being a very massive tree. It's very beautiful. This is within the fig family. It's closely related to the Bodhi tree, Ficus religiosus. It's also related to the common fig tree from the Middle East, where we get dry figs, like fig Newton bars in America. Those are derived from the Middle Eastern variety of fig. And it also is, which is also famous from the Quranic Surah Atin, which is about it's like about the fig and the olive and Jebel Musa, Mount Sinai. So here you can see the shape of its leaves. This one's not doing too well. It's been eaten by insects, but we do have some little fig type fruits growing. I'm not sure if they are edible by humans or not. I've never heard about anybody eating banyan figs, but it's a very lovely tree. There's a serious ant colony all around here, but just notice these aerial roots, and then they're shooting out even more roots. This is a very stunning tree, and I can see how people would meditate under these trees by just laying out some grass or blankets in order to sit up in the root system. These are powerful trees to meditate and contemplate under. If you'll notice, if you go back in the Buddhist histories, the banyan played an important role in a couple areas of Buddhism. First, the Buddha before Shakyamuni Buddha, he was from Varanasi, and he had a life story very similar to Shakyamuni Buddha, but he attained enlightenment under a banyan tree. Also, what's interesting is that in the Buddha story, before Siddhartha Gautama attains enlightenment, he is very weak from intense asceticism. He's been eating one hemp seed or one rice seed per day. So he's living on very little. He becomes very, very malnourished. You could see his rib cage through his stomach. He lost all of his hair. His skin darkened. He was very frail and could barely walk. And he went and sat under a banyan tree spontaneously, and a young milkmaid made a special vow to a spirit associated with a banyan tree, and she thinks that this emaciated being, Siddhartha, is this spirit, and so she brings him this special milk. I've heard it reported that it was in a golden bowl, and it was with a special type of rice, and it had milk from 100 cows, and there are different theories about what that meant. But he had gotten to the point where he decided to take food after having rejected food for a long period of time. So he eats the food and is strengthened, and he realizes he's starting to take the middle path, and then he's strengthened and he can walk a few miles to Bodh Gaya, where he sits underneath a Bodhi tree, which is right across the way. You can see a Bodhi tree. So he walks from a banyan tree to a Bodhi tree. And these are both sacred trees, not only within Buddhism, but within many South Asian traditions that are considered Hinduism and that are considered to be Buddhist, Jain, etc. So I wanted to share this beautiful specimen of a tree with you. And if I had a blanket and a meditation cushion, this would be a great place to sit, despite the ants. Beautiful. Peace to the ants and to the banyans, to the fig family, which also, by the way, includes the sycamore tree, which is very important biblically. So we'll go ahead and draw this one to a close. Be peaceful.